Hello, friends, and welcome back to Motivation Mondays on A Peculiar Project. I'm Fritz. If you are new here to this channel or to this series, welcome. You will notice that this is not your typical motivation series where I pump you up with positive aphorisms and then tell you to go out there and be more productive. That is not at all what I'm about. This has been a 10-week deep dive into hard hitting topics like authenticity, inhibition, confidence, procrastination, all of these things to help you understand what it takes to find and keep your own motivation. So, today I have the top 10 tips to help you find your own motivation for your writing and creative projects. Let's dive right in. Tip number 1 is find your authentic voice through journaling. This is a good way for you to practice writing down your thoughts and feelings and to put your thoughts and feelings into words that make sense to others. Tip number 2 is learn to observe yourself and be mindful. Become aware of your own negative self-talk, the things you say and do when you are starting to procrastinate or avoid projects or difficult tasks. Looking into your own behaviors is a good way for you to start recognizing patterns and then addressing the patterns that you don't like. But you have to be able to step back first and make those observations. Tip number 3 is learn to love yourself. This can be a tough one for a lot of creative folks, so I wanted to hit on it again here. The most intimate relationship you can ever have in your life is the one you will have with yourself. So make it a positive one, make it an enriching one. This self love can fortify you against criticism, which will come up if you choose to publish or share your work with others. Tip number 4 is allow yourself to rest. We all need rest. Rest is an important aspect of self care, health, and well being. So, learning to let yourself rest if you're someone who often pushes too hard is a good skill to have. But also learn to know the difference between actually needing rest versus procrastination. Speaking of procrastination, tip number 5 is understand that procrastination is a habit and it is a habit that can be broken. The more entrenched this habit is in your life, the more difficult it will be to break, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. It just means it may take some effort and more than one try. Which brings me to tip number 6, which is even if you don't fully understand why you procrastinate, you can still take steps towards breaking that habit. Tip number 7 is learn to set good boundaries. Be able to say no to people and understand that saying no to others means saying yes to yourself. Tip number 8 is set aside dedicated time for your writing and then make sure you are actually writing during that time. This can be difficult if you are a procrastinator, so make sure that you take away the tools of procrastination when you set aside that time. When you sit down to write, put your phone aside, out of reach, and get down to writing. Tip number 9 is it's okay to write in long blocks of time or in short bursts. Either way, if you are getting writing done, then you're a writer, and that's the goal. Finally, tip number 10 is to experiment. Experiment with different tips and tricks for getting your writing done, and because some will work for you and some won't, that's okay. Keep in mind that some tactics that don't work now may work for you later, so keep experimenting. That is what I have for you. Those are the top 10 tips for finding your writer's motivation that we have covered throughout this 10-week series. If you want more information on any one of these tips, there is at least one video dedicated to covering that. I've created a playlist called Creative Motivation. So you can go back and watch any of those videos to see what might be most helpful to you. I will link to the first one in the eye above. Please do like and subscribe. I've got more great content coming up soon.